Duke's defense this season is absolutely terrifying. Gotta shout out J-Man for posting this, bringing this to my attention. Take a look at this. In the second half of the Duke-Pitt game last night, Pitt forced back-to-back turnovers and cut Duke's lead to 11. Jon Scheyer responded to the turnovers by calling a timeout with about 8 minutes to go when Duke was leading 58-47. Check out that final score. Pitt finished with 47 points. After the timeout, they didn't score a single point for almost a full 8 minutes to end the game. This is scary stuff. I think when you look at how many teams in the country have a defense good enough to do this, to completely flatline their opponent for 8 minutes for 20% of the whole game, I think you're looking at maybe 4 teams. I think those 4 teams are Duke, Houston, Iowa State, and I would throw Tennessee in that mix as well. It's not entirely uncommon in college basketball to have teams go on scoreless streaks of up to 5 minutes where they just go completely cold and can't buy a bucket, but that's not really what happened here. This wasn't just Pitt going cold. This was Duke finding an extra gear. And like I said, when you look at teams in the country who have that extra gear on defense, who have a defensive scheme and defensive playmakers good enough to make this happen in and of themselves without the other team just losing it on offense, I think there's 4 teams, max. You look at this Duke roster, and they have elite individual defenders, Cooper Flagg, Kamen Malawach, Malik Brown, etc., but they also have an elite defensive scheme and an extra gear on defense that very, very few teams can say they have. Duke is pretty clearly the best team in the ACC to me, and firmly within the tier of national title contenders, and it's not just because they have Duke across their chest.